Okay, everyone. Hello. It's still May 7th, Wednesday, May 7th. Had a couple little tidbits of news that I hadn't gotten to in earlier videos that I decided I would try to crank out a quick video on. So my apologies if this one's a little short. But two things that popped up. One is a few weeks ago when Steve Witkoff met with Vladimir Putin. I was watching the video of their initial meeting and something utterly amazing happened. Putin walks in, he's got 3 or 4 aides with him. They come in, they sit down. Witkoff walks in, and one woman walks in with him. Witkoff looks at her and says, "Are you my translator? Are you from the embassy?" And then he sits down next to her. Witkoff did not come in with his own team. He didn't bring his own translator, didn't bring his own security personnel, didn't bring a military expert, a trade expert, anything like that, a cultural expert, someone like that. He just walked in on his own. And then when another woman walked in, or a woman walked in, he looked at her and said, in front of Putin, that Putin speaks English, by the way, that he said, basically, who are you and where are you from? He didn't know. I don't know. It's unclear to me who she was or who she is. But if we are going with the idea that Witkoff he is Trump's special envoy, dealing with Iran, dealing with Gaza, dealing with Russia, Ukraine, and he is walking into negotiations with very experienced world leaders by himself. And when other people walk up to his side of the table, he doesn't know who they are or where they're from, and he just sits down next to them and keeps going. I work with family law attorneys every day, try and settling cases. And I will tell you, when they walk in, they know who they're sitting next to. They know who the opposing attorney is. They know who I am. They have done their homework. They've got their notes. They've got their notebooks. They've got their binders full of, tax returns and bank statements and other relevant documents. Witkoff is just kind of throwing it out there and seeing what happens. This would explain why after his meetings with the Iranians, his meetings with the Qatarians, his meetings with the Russians, he then comes out and immediately begins spouting their talking points. He seems to walk in, hear whatever they have to say, come out, find the first microphone he can, and then start saying exactly what they told him. So not awesome, I would say. Second thing is that it has been announced there will be trade talks between the United States and China in Switzerland beginning May 9th and running through the 12th. So really just in a couple of days. It's going to last for 4 days. And it appears that Besant from Treasury is going to lead the talks, and he's going to have Greer from the United States Trade Representative's Office. All in all, this is good news. Of the people that we could potentially send, Besant would definitely be the best choice of those available. He is the one who got the minerals deal done in Ukraine. Greer has a pretty good pedigree. He's probably, another pretty good choice to put on this. It is a lot better than, say, Lutnick or Navarro, who are both, in my opinion, nuts. Navarro, you may remember, is the one who based his books on an economist that he made up. He literally uses an imaginary friend to come up with trade policy. Again, I know this stuff sounds completely crazy, and it's because it is. I would, as always, encourage you, please fact check me on this. Try to determine if I'm right or wrong about these things, because these are very, very unusual times we're listening in. But the important thing to know is that it would appear that our negotiations led by Witkoff will never go anywhere, because Witkoff could not be less prepared when he shows up. If you are not prepared, and I know this from being a professional negotiator myself, there are two options you have. One is you come in and you just simply say no to everything and then get out of there because you don't know what's a good deal and a bad deal. Or the other one is you just roll over and take whatever deal the other side gives you. That's really your only two options. And that appears to be what Witkoff's options are. He tends to go with the rollover and just take whatever the other side gives you. Besant appears to actually be capable of negotiating, so does Greer. So we certainly have a much better shot. However, ultimately, Trump has to sign off on these. It should be noted that if you go back to my video about why are you getting different messages on tariffs, and I talk about the different camps within the Trump administration regarding trade, the Besant camp appears to be getting stronger and growing in influence. That is at least what appears to me to be true today. Now, as we know, Trump is extremely volatile. He changes his mind constantly, and he is extremely susceptible to flattery and influence. So will this be true a week from now? No idea. And so I would not take this as a prediction. I'm just saying that today it appears that the Bessent camp is growing stronger and gaining more influence and authority within the Trump administration. But I have no idea if that will be true, a day, a week, a month, a year from now. But either way, I thought those were a couple just interesting little tidbits. So quick video, and I hope everyone's having a great day. Bye-bye.